Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Paloma Autur. If you have just come across my channel, in these videos I go through the course The Artist Way, written by Julia Cameron, and every week I do the different activities and I tell you all about it. This week I'm in week 4. Week 4 has a very marked characteristic, and it is that you have to stop binge reading and binge reading and binge consuming media. I have decided to cut on YouTube. Did I succeed? No, I failed. Of course I failed. I am addicted. I love YouTube. That's why I do YouTube videos. On my description, I leave you some of my favorite channels. One of them is a therapist analyzing movies. He analyzes Twilight. It's hilarious. You should watch it. He's very funny. So The Artist Way is also telling us to keep on being playful and keep on imagining possibilities. One of the things that I have imagined that I would like to do is singing. You know, I love singing, I'm obsessed with it. But as I told you last week, now I have joined the choir in my town, and it's been really fun. And just yesterday I went to my second rehearsal and that was really good fun. We were singing all together and people in the choir are really lovely. Another thing that I have been dreaming about is traveling, of course, because we haven't been able to travel for so long. But I started writing about being able to travel in a caravan and travel, like be a proper traveler and move around the world freely. And I then discovered that this is a thing people do. It's called van life, and sometimes people transform school buses into houses, and that would be a dream come true. So I've been obsessing about that quite a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, apart from that, I've been writing my morning pages. Not every morning, I have slacked some mornings.
It's early in the morning and I'm ready to write my morning pages, and these two are just staring at the window. It's bloody. Bye, boo. Bye, baby. I love you so much.
And I've also been playing with my cat, Splatty. Ow! Ow! Where are you? Come back! Pina.
What was this? What was that? What was that new thing? Oh my god, danger. Oh my god, Pina, what's that? Pina.
Ow! 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 The violence! The violence!
Violet cat. Are you a violet cat? What's happening? Oh, you have an itching ear.
Itchy! Oh, she's got the zoomies. You cannot just stay at home and the only thing you do is draw. You have to keep. It's like, I think what Julia says is to keep the pond, refill the pond, and yeah, think about yourself as a pond. So but you have to keep on doing things, and things that are interesting and fun. So that fun and that interest and that life can be kind of sent into your work. And this week has been quite cool for me on a personal level. On a personal level, first of all, it's the first time in my life that I am filing a tax return as an artist. That is huge for me. That means I'm working now professionally as an artist, and I am not Jeff Bezos. I pay my taxes, so Boris Johnson can have gold wallpaper in his flat. Second thing I'm very psyched about is that for the first time, one of my products, one of the huge set of illustrations I did last year around this time in January, is now being published, and it's become an educational poster. It's being sold in a website in America. You can check the link down below as well. Don't feel obliged to buy it, just go and check if you like it, and that would be quite cool. And if you want to buy it, thank you so much. That is so nice, but you don't have to. It's really cool that I have been able to see that my work being published is really cool. Then the other day I was on Facebook minding my own business, and suddenly I see that Lila Rogers is going on Zoom to talk to people from my year of art school. So I went to the Zoom call and we were all hanging out with Lila, and Lila had a look at my website. She said that she really loves my work, that I'm doing really well, and she gave me some tips on how to improve. So she suggested that I could use a different color palette, use lighter colors, more bright, vibrant colors, and that's what I've tried this week. So this week, apart from having loads of work to do in school, I keep on following this course, Redrawing Back History, with Lila Rogers and Tamisha Anthony, lovely people. This week we have been creating an illustration about the jazz era, and I have recorded the whole process. So I know that some of my friends in the course have been asking for a video, so this is my sketch for the portrait, and I have already taken a photograph of it, and I have continued working on it on my iPad for a bit. I have put together this color palette, and I am going for brighter and lighter colors. Also, this portrait has been changing quite a lot, and I wanted to have quite a lot of light because this is the Harlem Renaissance. I want it to look like Dawn, but I think I'm going absolutely bonkers with the light, and I'm not sure, but I don't know. I like that part, you know, the butterfly neck. I don't know if I would wear that, but I like it for her. The dress I would wear, that coat, I would definitely wear that coat. That hat, I don't know, but I like it on her. And then tomorrow I'm going to work on the background. But now I have these are pipas that my husband has got me, and I love them. They are sunflower seeds, and they are my favorite Spanish snack. So I'm gonna have this now, and I'm gonna take a break. But yeah, this is what it's like. Today is Thursday, and this is where I am at. So this changed quite a lot. Now I have changed all the things that I thought I didn't like to wear for myself. So her neckline is changed. That coat, oh my god, would I wear that coat? I love that coat. I'm thinking about knitting a jacket like that. I really like that jacket now. And I like that dress quite a lot. And I like everything she's wearing now. And I have also included a bit of an influence from the 1920s in the background. The background is not finished yet, but yeah, I'm liking that a bit more. So that's where I am at the moment. This portrait is of Gwendolyn Bennett. She was a painter, graphic designer. She was a writer, a poet, and she contributed loads to many different magazines. She also organized many literary circles in Harlem during the 1920s, and her contribution to what is called the Harlem Renaissance was great. The Harlem Renaissance was this movement in the 1920s where black people that have just emigrated to the cities found themselves in a more tolerant, more open society, and they were able to express their talent in literature, in arts, in music, in dance. And Gwendolyn was one of these people that really benefited from the openness and the opportunity of being able to express herself. I have worked from a picture that later on I found out that wasn't even Gwendolyn Bennett. It was someone else. It was Josephine Baker, the amazing performer from the 1920s. But I think that Gwendolyn wouldn't be too upset, because then I just moved on from the picture. I have struggled quite a lot in this
this illustration. I have found it quite difficult because I was doing something out of my comfort zone. When you are an illustrator, you do any kind of job, you find a way to work and that works for you and you like it. And I really like using dark colors and very rich reds and deep blues and greens, and I was challenged to use a lighter palette in this one. So what I'm doing here is just trying to find my fit. Another thing I do while I am working on an illustration is take pictures of the different moments of the piece, and when I'm not at home and I cannot work on the illustration I have at hand, I just look at it and I see what's working and what's not. And the things that are really kind of standing up at me, or the things that don't feel right, I make a note of it, and when I get home I address them. So at this stage, the clothes, the color palette were still not working for me, and I was still trying different things out, and I was playing with the values of colors and making the palette a bit richer. I also played with the saturation of the colors. So at some point I do an overlay layer on the illustration, and I add textures and saturation to the colors, and I keep on working like I did last week. And as you can see, then I built up the background using blocks. I didn't want to have a background that looked very realistic or very naturalistic. I wanted it to be broken down like the Cubist paintings from the 1920s. I was very inspired by 1920s painters from the Harlem Renaissance. I also included this book. This book is by Nella Harstad, I think it is, and it's called Quicksand. And this book is about, the book that Gwendolyn is holding is about a woman who tries to follow her own path and her own destiny, and ends up where she started. I think a sort of idea, that sort of struggle would have really played in the minds of women during the 1920s, because there probably was a huge imbalance between what they wanted to do and what society expected them to do. So I really admire Gwendolyn for all the things that she was able to do. She was editor of many magazines. She managed to remarry and challenge society's limits by remarrying into a biracial marriage, and she was an amazing woman. In my illustration at the back, I am adding now some more textures and adding some kind of resemblance of buildings. So this is what I've done this week, and I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you later.
So I hope that you guys have had a very good week, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope I will see you next week again. I hope I'll see you again next week for week 5. And thank you so much for following these videos, for watching them, for subscribing, for liking them, for leaving comments. Everything is really appreciated. You are the best, and thank you so much. I really love doing these videos, so thank you a million, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys. Bye.
Hey, check out his Pilates hipster mustache. She's the best.